are managements like yours okay with revenue deflation as long as the orders are, tech led and tech in AI heavy? Because I hear that when marketing teams or the business development teams go out, their performance is measured based on the kind of orders they bring in. With revenue deflation coming in, are managements okay with that kind of philosophy?
No, absolutely not. I don't believe there is revenue deflation coming in. I think there's revenue acceleration that is on the anvil. As I said at the outset, this is a fantastic market for solution creators. It's a very tough market for order takers. If we are going to be a solution creation organization, if we are going to be a hyper-specialized organization in specialty insurance, in airlines, in airports, in capital markets buy side, and if we are leading with solutions, I would never expect my sales team, I would never expect my business leaders to come back to me and say, hey, listen, this is a deflationary environment. Growth is going to be negative or going to be slowing down. We think it's a fantastic environment for teams that as a composite across the architects, across the program managers, across the engineers are walking out there with solutions that are proactive. So I would continue to measure my team in terms of revenue growth. I would continue to monitor the velocity of large deals and the median size of large deals. We will continue to look both at EBITDA and the EBIT inching up. And of course, we will hopefully take a lot of pride in seeing revenue per employee going up.
And if that is the case, is it fair to assume that the EBIT margins which we look at are likely to go up because your revenue per employee is also going up in that sense?
That's right, Sajit. I mean, this year, if you look at our numbers, almost over the last 12 months, our revenue per employee on the tech services side has gone up almost 17%. We started off the year and we were a bit of an outlier again, not just in terms of revenue outlook, but margin outlook, where we said that our EBIT was going to expand by more than 100 bips. And so far, we seem to be on course towards hitting that number.
And does the size also help you in being agile while delivering or executing these orders? Because bigger organizations take time to turn around and deliver or execute orders at a shorter period of time. But organizations like yours, which are compact and other and smaller than the top 2 to 3 organizations, you have more agility in respect to execution of orders and ensuring that you are able to book revenues much faster than others.
I think it's less to do with size because 8 years back we were the 18th largest Indian IT services firm. Today, as you and I speak, Sajit, we are the 7th largest. We are within kissing distance of hitting a $2 billion revenue run rate, and we hope to get there as soon as we can get it. I think it's less to do with size. It's more to do with the orientation. AI fluency, the disruption being driven by AI, is going to get addressed only by tech service providers that are as fluent on the tech side as they are in terms of being hyper specialized around select industry subsegments. That's easier said than done. It's a change that takes years. It's a change that warrants immense, not just investments, focus, and it's a very, very, very difficult change management exercise. But once undertaken, and if undertaken successfully, it becomes a massive moat. We like to think, and more than like to think, I think our results show this, that the investments that we made over the last 8 years, which are both around tech and domain, given the advent of AI now positions us in a very unique space. We're not just talking engineering, data, and cloud. All three are important. But we're talking engineering, data, and cloud fused with hyper-specialized industry experience, which to our mind is what AI fluency is all about.
How do you look at the global business environment? Because 2025 has been a disruptive one for many. As you look into 2026, and you've been talking to all your clients with respect to the kind of IT spending expected for next year as well, how do you see this environment? Do you see improvement coming into IT spends going into 2026?
Sujit, if one looks at enterprise budgets, I suspect enterprise budgets in calendar year 26 will be broadly in line with the enterprise budgets in calendar year 25. And there might be improvement on the margins, but only on the margins. However, let me qualify that by saying even calendar year 25 was a great year, given the fact that tech spend with the advent of AI is now regarded as being elastic for solution creators. So when we look at the world, we believe that hard-coded enterprise budgets are not going to see a very material change, upside or downside compared to 25. But the environment will continue to be extremely conducive for solution creators, teams walking in with a solution for a client that is grounded in the context of their business, their process, their functions.
Sudhir, if you can also give me a sense of how GCC has been able to have an influence on the Indian IT system. There were arguments that IT companies can use that as an opportunity because they can service the GCCs as well. From your vantage point, how GCC has been able to disrupt, or is it an opportunity for you as well?
So let me start with the latter part of the question, Sajid. For us, only 1.5% of our revenue comes from GCCs. There's another 8.5% that comes from working with GCCs, but as part of broader global MSAs. So exposure to greenfield GCCs is only 1.5%. However, we recognize that it is an opportunity, right? GCCs, a lot of GCCs are increasingly being scaled up across India as innovation centers. We see those as partnership opportunities. That 1.5% of our revenue, please recognize, is for a firm that has almost doubled its revenues over the last 3 years. So it's a fast-growing component, but not the only component of our growth journey. We have multiple growth axes. GCC we see as one of them. We have set up an exclusive specialized GCC sales team. We've set up and released our own framework around GCC. At this point in time, we see that as a net positive. We're really not seeing that as looking at our client sets as an area that is going to have any kind of a negative deflationary impact on our growth numbers.
I know it was a pleasure talking to you, Sudhir. That was Sudhir Singh, MD and CEO of Coforge, talking to us on the way forward in 2026 and how Coforge is managing and how the how he sees the IT sector managing the entire transition to become an AI-centric IT services industry. Thank you very much for joining us today and joining us on Deep Dive today, Sudhir.